In the main timeline, Cell finally reappears. Everyone is in the process of unlocking their own new power. Piccolo has his own, Gohan has his own, and the other 3 Saiyans have their own as well. But there's someone else in another timeline that's scheming. It's Zamasu, and another Zamasu. Goku Black and Zamasu arrive, and now their first plan is to take out future Broly, just in case. We'll be seeing all that and more in this part 10 of What If Goku Found Broly Early. It's not too hard for Zamasu and Goku Black to find Vampa. They know that's where they need to head, and with the Kai Kai, it's very easy to transport themselves around the universe. This is their first target, Universe 7 at least. And when they arrive on the planet, they don't sense too much, but they do sense a slight power somewhere nearby, and at some points it does surge. That's gotta be Broly. Since this is so far into the future, Paragus is already dead. Broly's been on this planet for his entire life, and now he's completely alone, but he's been reunited with his pet Ba. It's been years since Paragus has died, and it's a pretty sad reality, but Broly keeps persevering, and Broly can tell something's off. He sees 2 people fly towards him. He doesn't know who either of them are. Zamasu and Goku Black laugh. This shouldn't be too hard. He definitely isn't as strong as the normal Broly that they know of. He's been stuck here his entire life. He probably doesn't even know how to get into a real fight. Goku Black's the one to take it. He says he can handle this. He still does need to get more use out of this body after all. And this shouldn't be too bad. He creates a sword out of ki. Broly's immediately on guard, seeing these 2 as a threat. Goku Black lunges in, and Broly is surprisingly fast, being able to dodge it. These 2 are here to kill him. He doesn't know why or who they are, but he's not going to question it. And he's already starting to get infuriated. All these years on this planet, just for these 2 random people to show up and try and kill him for no reason. He lived a relatively peaceful existence. Well, by Saiyan standards at least. He just wants to live here in peace. After all he's been through, he doesn't want to die here. He's not going to give in. Whoever this is, he'll eliminate them. He starts powering up, and Goku Black's actually pretty surprised. This is the first time Broly's felt anger in a while, and he knows it's dangerous. Before, Paragus was there to control him. And when Paragus died, that almost did set Broly off, but it was more so sadness than anything. And now Broly's on his own. If he loses control here, it's all over. He tries to keep calm, but then Goku Black starts launching ki blasts at him too. And Broly's easily able to defend against it, but he can feel it. He's losing control of himself. A strange green aura surrounds him. He bulks up, his hair grows in size, and his eyes turn yellow. This is his wrathful form. And now Goku Black can't keep up against it. But the good thing is, Goku Black learning as he fights too. Learning to make better use of Goku's body, getting a better hang of the power inside it. The 2 continue brawling, and at one point, Goku Black launches another ki blast at him, followed up by a volley of them. And then Broly notices something. Nearby, he sees Ba, and Goku Black notices Broly lost focus of the fight. What, is that his pet? One of the stray ki blasts goes right towards Ba, and Broly tries to jump in front of it, but it's already too late. Ba is killed by a stray blast from Goku Black, and Goku Black laughs. He didn't intend to do that, but now Broly's distracted. That worked pretty perfectly in his favor. Broly rushes over to where Ba is, and Goku Black follows close behind with a ki sword in his hand. He lunges his hand into Broly, but as the sword makes contact, it completely breaks apart. Broly then grabs his arm, crushing it. It's almost like the whole planet starts shaking. That aura around Broly, it grows fiercer and fiercer. He looks over at Goku Black, and Black is terrified. Broly's face looks almost animalistic. His aura flares up fully, and then he screams. A massive dome of ki is generated around him, knocking both Zamasu and Goku Black back. This massive explosion is followed by Broly floating there, now appearing to be in Super Saiyan. And Goku Black's injured. One of his arms is completely broken too. He tells Zamasu to come over here and heal him, but before he can, it's almost like Broly moves instantaneously, appearing right in front of Goku Black and eliminating him with a single ki blast. Zamasu looks on in complete awe. Broly then launches a ki blast at him, disintegrating Zamasu, but he regenerates, of course. They lost that easily? It can't be. Goku Black's already dead? Broly continuously tries to beat up Zamasu, and Zamasu can't really do anything against it. Yeah, he keeps regenerating, but he's just in constant pain from being beaten up by Broly. There's only one way he can see out of this. He can't kill Broly, and he could destroy the planet, but he actually has a better idea. What if he could use this power for himself? What if he could mind control Broly? He should be easily corruptible in this state. He knows that magic is capable of that, and maybe he could try something like that. Control Broly that way. And that might actually work. It'll allow him to get out of here, and he could use Broly as a weapon. Think of what Babidi was able to do. It's similar to kind of what happened there. And Zamasu tries desperately to do this. He teleports far away on another side of the planet, just so he can get some time alone, but he can already sense Broly rushing over, and he tries to prepare for this. He's looking into Broly's mind, seeing if he can control him in any way. And it works. He's completely unconscious right now, essentially. With no control of himself, he's actually somewhat easy to possess. And right before he's about to hit Zamasu with another attack, he stops. He then powers down, going back into his base, falling unconscious to the ground. As Zamasu could feel it, Broly is completely under his control. He can't believe it came to this, but this was the only thing he could really think of. To think that Goku Black's already dead. Well, the Zero Morals plan can still continue. He is immortal after all, now he has this weapon. And once he's done with Broly, it'll be easy to dispose of him. Just send him out into space. Or forcefully fuse with Broly, put an earring on him. He's not too sure. He's thinking through his options, because now he has to kind of improvise. What will he do now? There's a brief passage of time in this timeline. And back in the present timeline, somebody familiar appears. Trunks arrives at Capsule Corp, and everyone's pretty shocked to see him. Why is he here? What's going on? Well, Trunks explains. He's had his timeline all sorted out so far. There's no more threats from the androids or Cell, and in terms of the Boo saga, that pretty much happened the same way it did normally. He tells them there was someone attacking Earth, and it looked to be BROLY, but he's not sure how it happened or how he even came here. The thing is, once the androids were eliminated, Trunks had a few ideas in mind. He wanted to try locating New Namek, but couldn't find it, and he also wanted to try to locate BROLY, but he couldn't find where he was either. He had no clue where to go for Vampa, and he couldn't even get in contact with King Kai to help. So he's not sure how BROLY showed up or why he's attacking here, but it seems kinda weird. BROLY showed up on Earth not too long ago, and he's attacked a few times, but Trunks doesn't notice. There was some cloaked figure there too with BROLY, and BROLY just seemed kind of mindless. He wasn't transformed either, he was in his base, but he looked almost robotic in a way. At first he thinks maybe that's an android based on BROLY. He's literally robotic. But that makes no sense to him. He can't tell what it is, and BROLY's key, it does feel like normal BROLY. At least the one that he sensed when he was back here. The only difference is he had different clothes on. Slightly different clothes. He didn't have that Saiyan armor, but he had that same pelt on too. President BROLY is obviously pretty surprised to hear this. The good thing is here too, no one chases them back. Zamasu could, but it seems too risky. So if the time machine isn't destroyed, they can actually head right back. Well, first they want to get some more fuel obviously, but they can actually go right back when they need. It's a little bit squished, but a few people go with Trunks to the future. Goku, Vegeta, and BROLY join him. Trunks would love to catch up with everyone, but first they need to fix this. And they should act as quickly as they can. He didn't even get to see Piccolo or Gohan yet, but from what he could tell, everyone is far stronger than before, so this should work out, especially if they have BROLY on their side too. Trunks wonders how strong present BROLY is in comparison to the future one, and BROLY says he's sure he can handle it. Even if he didn't have Godly Ki, he still might be able to do this. But he's gotta see what this other BROLY is like. They arrive back in the future, and they can immediately sense that power. It does feel exactly like BROLY's, but something is off about it. Like, there's some sort of malice in there that doesn't seem like something that BROLY would have. And his ki feels very strange. They can't quite put their finger on it, but then it hits BROLY. That feels kinda like the way Paragus and Vegeta's ki felt when they were possessed. He's not too sure why, but when they were possessed, their ki felt way different. Besides the maliciousness within it, there was some sort of other aspect to it. And he asks Trunks, did he see a symbol on BROLY's head or something? Like an M? And Trunks says no. And he realizes he's talking about Majin Buu and Babidi. Well, Majin Buu's revival was prevented, and Babidi's not here, so it can't be that. Future BROLY comes over to the area, and they see that same cloaked figure. BROLY doesn't even hesitate. He immediately sticks a hand up, launching a ki blast at that cloaked man. He regenerates completely, and his identity is revealed. It's a Kai? Wait, what? And Zamasu is surprised. He brought back all these people, including Goku. Zamasu immediately sends BROLY into attack, making him transform as well. And they could tell, that Kai is commanding BROLY somehow. That explains why his ki feels like that. He's being possessed by magic, but not by Babidi. By a Kai of all people. Future BROLY launches over to the main BROLY, and present BROLY closes his eyes, calming himself as he transforms into a Super Saiyan God. Right when Future BROLY is about to hit him, he's then surrounded by a fiery ki as BROLY binds him in place. Actually, with one hand too. And before Zamasu could do anything, he's bound by Goku's ki too. These are the people Trunks is dealing with? They don't seem too strong. Well, that other guy, the Kai, he regenerated somehow from BROLY's attack that should have eradicated him completely. Zamasu tries desperately to break free, and BROLY does too, but he can't. Present BROLY then sticks his other hand out, telling Goku he could let go of Zamasu. Telekinetically, he brings future BROLY and Zamasu down to the surface, and Zamasu asks what they think they're doing. Once again, that mortal Trunks, he time traveled, and these guys here, making a mockery of Godly Ki. It's infuriating. They have no clue of what Zamasu's talking about, and Trunks personally confronts him. Why is he doing all this? Zamasu says he's a fool. He wouldn't even understand. He has a beautiful and divine plan, the Zero Mortals plan. He doesn't even tell him about Goku Black because frankly it's embarrassing. He explains that he's using BROLY as his weapon to eliminate the mortals, and they won't be able to win here. BROLY calmly retorts, saying they pretty much already did. But who is this Zamasu guy, and how did he even regenerate? And Zamasu starts laughing. They can't win. He's immortal. No matter what they do, they can't kill Zamasu. He's already killed so many people. The plan's already set in motion, and there's no way they're gonna stop him now. Vegeta says he's sure there's some way they could do this. Even if he's immortal, they'll find a way to kill him. And as Goku looks on, he has a perfect idea. Having them stuck in the Godbind like this, it makes Goku realize, why don't they just seal Zamasu somehow? Zamasu's eyes widen. Oh crap. And Goku actually has the perfect plan. He says he's gonna go back in time for a bit. He knows somebody who could seal Zamasu. Vegeta heads back with him too. And BROLY says he could stay here. He could do this all day. And he smirks over at Zamasu. So that other BROLY, he actually is normal. He's just under Zamasu's possession. And since he's in Super Saiyan right now and completely berserk, he doesn't even realize who he's looking at. But BROLY tries to talk to his future self, trying to get into his head and calm him down. If anyone knows how to get into BROLY's head, it's himself. And he's gotta figure out some way to get into his mind. Apparently, Zamasu found him on Vampa. He's been there all these years. But he sees something they have in common. He sees the pelt that BROLY has. Ba's severed ear. He has an idea. He starts talking to his future self about Ba. He assumes that Paragus drove him away too. Paragus shot his ear off and then he never saw Ba again. He doesn't even know if Ba is still alive. And he switches to binding both of them with one hand. With his other hand, he takes his pelt off. And he holds it in front of future BROLY. And with Zamasu being held in place and not controlling Broly, future Broly is actually kind of on his own right now. Broly holds out the pelt to his future self, and then frees his future self too. Trunks asks what he's doing, but Broly says he's got this. And future Broly's not attacking. He's still in Super Saiyan, his eyes completely blank, but he looks down at the pelt. It's the same one he has. This is the one thing that brings him back to sanity, his connection with Ba. And as he recollects himself, he looks closer at the other Broly, realizing who he's talking to. His hair then falls down. It's black again. Trunks is amazed, and Zamasu's horrified. Future Broly looks around, wondering where he is. Present Broly says he'll explain everything. It's gonna be fine. Well, he's gonna try to explain everything. He still has no clue of what happened here. Just how Zamasu stumbled upon this version of Broly. Soon after, Goku returns, but without the time machine. He comes back with Piccolo and Shin. Beerus and Whis were chilling on Earth. And when Goku told them Akai was involved, they immediately went to Universe 10 to find Zamasu. And then Shin came to ask Goku questions too. Goku says he was back here just to get Piccolo. Initially, Goku said he could just learn the Mafua himself, but he knows Piccolo already doesn't know it, so he's gonna go back to the future with him. Shin says he'll just take them there. He has a time ring after all. They don't need to use the time machine. So, they come back there, with Vegeta staying back. This way they don't have to wait to refuel, since this is a better way to transport them. Zamasu is angered by Akai betraying him. But Shin doesn't even exchange any words with Zamasu. Zamasu then looks over at Piccolo. What's he doing? Piccolo places down a jar. Piccolo still has no clue who this guy is, but he says it's strange that he's gonna have to seal Akai. Shin offered to try and do it too, but Piccolo says he's got this. Piccolo prepares the Mafuba, with Zamasu horrified as he realizes what's gonna happen. He's then caught up in the Mafuba, sealed away. Future Broly is still completely lost, having no clue what's going on, but he actually seems calm now, although he's kind of freaking out that he's talking to himself, and everything that's happened so far. He kind of remembers, but when he was under Zamasu's control, he didn't really realize what was going on too much. And then he looks over at Goku, angered. The last thing he remembers was being on Vampa. Ba died, and that was the person who killed him. He thought he killed that guy, but he's still here. Future Broly then transforms once more, going in to fight Goku. Goku immediately turns Super Saiyan Blue, with President Broly jumping in too. And together, the two of them try to hold Future Broly in place once again with their ki. Broly talks to his future self. Calm down, what's going on? And they're all as confused as him. They didn't hear of Goku Black, so they don't know what's going on. Trunks says that makes no sense. Goku's dead in this timeline, he couldn't have attacked. Was it maybe another low-class Saiyan that looked just like him, and somehow there was another Saiyan out there? They're able to get Future Broly to calm down once more. And he says that Zamasu guy showed up with Goku. That guy right there. Except he was wearing a different outfit. He apologized for lashing out, but that guy, Goku killed Ba and then tried to kill him. And President Broly sees what's going on. That's how Zamasu found him. And that's how he got control of this Broly. He went completely berserk when Ba died. And this saddens him too. He was on Vampa that entire time. Paragus is dead too apparently. For all these decades, Broly's been there, and now he's there alone. With his only friend being killed by some Goku imposter apparently. This Broly must be pretty old too. Since Trunks is so far ahead, Broly also realized that this future Broly might be close to his rapid aging soon. He's lost his entire life by being stuck on Vampa, and Shin says he can help. He places a hand in Broly's head, looking into his thoughts, trying to see those memories, and he can see that clearly was Goku there. And he notices that other Goku was wearing a time ring and a Patara earring. They already know another Kai is involved, and he used the Dragon Balls after all. He's gonna have to look into this further, but what if that has some relation to Zamasu? I mean, think about it, a Kai using time travel in the Dragon Balls. This is kind of a stretch, but what if that is Zamasu, another version of him, in Goku's body? That's probably the only way he's able to use the time ring and why he looks like that, and why he's working with Zamasu. And when Zamasu was speaking before, Broly recalls that he almost said something but held it back. Maybe it was gonna be about how he got that Goku with him. They still aren't too sure. And Shin could go back in time and try and look at this, but he doesn't want to mess with the time rings anymore. They seem to have already caused more problems. Future Broly apologizes, not knowing what happened. He's still so confused, but they try to catch him up to speed and tell him where he is. And Trunks says if he can't find his way home, Trunks wanted to seek him out anyways. He could stay here on Earth, and Trunks can help him get control of that power. And President Broly jumps in too. If he needs any help, feel free to come back to their timeline. Well, they need the time machine back. It's still stuck in the present. Well, they'll be sure to have Bulma send it back. Shin's honestly not very fond of them doing more timeline stuff, but it's probably necessary. So he'll allow it. Future Broly keeps apologizing and thanks everyone again. And Trunks thanks everyone too. Thankfully, they prevented a lot of destruction here. Trunks left immediately when Broly showed up. There was some destruction, but it wasn't nearly as widespread as it was with Goku Black. This actually worked out way better. The group goes back in time, and they actually figured out what happened with Zamasu. Because this present Zamasu was planning the same thing. He didn't even fight Goku here, but he knows of Goku. And they know he had some plan. Now he's under huge scrutiny, so everyone can make sure that he's not going to act out again or do anything. And they figure out he did plan on possibly stealing Immortal's body. If he did enact this plan, Gowasu's going to try to correct him, get him down the right course, give Zamasu another chance. Clearly his fail as a teacher, but at least this way, they figure out what happened in the future. It still boggles everyone's mind, all the timeline nonsense, because it's pretty hard to keep track of, so as long as Trunks is safe, and he found future Broly, that's pretty good at least. And with that, we end off here. What did you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next time as we head towards the latter parts of Super? Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets me know you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.